Hello, I'm Jody Wolf. You're watching Expoz June 8, 2015 and 2:25 a.m. Birmingham. Topic, pick up where we left off, Jade Helm 2. Something I didn't throw in a moment ago. Texas is considered a hostile state. I don't know if you know it, but there's two locations in Texas that considers themselves independent of this country, and meaning the entire state. One location is just a little above and to the west of Dallas, and the other is south on the Mexican border in the Davis Mountain area. They never have considered being part of this country in the Davis Mountains, but Texas is considered hostile, and they're on their own grid to start with, their own water, their own power. They don't depend on the federal government for anything at all. And so they will be not necessarily a target, but someone they'll do their best to keep them off, keep them out of their way. When I say out of the way, keep them from interfering with a Black Ops program that's coming. And but anyway, I wanted to pick that back up, and it is the watchers. You know, we are the ones, the watchmen on the wall, not the watchers. I'm sorry, there's two different things. That's trying to keep an eye out and an ear out, and trying to hear and see what's going on that people don't want you to know. And we're doing our best to tell you about it and tell you as quick as we can. And let me get on to something else, because I found out something else here that's kind of a little bit unnerving. I'm not so sure that I agree with it, because if I did agree with it, that means it's so far ahead of where we are today. We're left in the dark. We're not being told anything. And what I'm going to tell you is, I watched a blog and I watched two people discuss that Hitler just died just 2, 3, 4 years ago, and he lived in Brazil. That he had his hologram, his plastic, his body was what they found, and that the U.S. was very clear and knew every bit of it, and allowed him to be taken to the South Pole, to Antarctica. He was there for a time, and we knew there was activity there from Germany after the war, but nobody really brought us up on what the activity was. Well, that was some more things are going on there that they thought would revive and reboost Germany and get them back where they were, but that never happened. So if he did, in fact, not die, and they did find a body that claimed was him, and he ended up dying in Brazil, then they're way further ahead of this than we thought. I mean, way further ahead. It has been said a number of times that the books that Enoch left, we would be 4,000 years ahead of where we are today had we had those books, 364 of them in our hands, that we're 4,000 years behind the true knowledge, but someone has that true knowledge. And that might be why so much is beginning to happen quickly. And so I wanted to get that Hitler thing out of the way. And so now there are those, they're very good people who say we have 20 years to go before the tribulation, and I disagree with it. I'm not ready to believe this because he says the next tetrad is 2033 and in 34. NASA disagrees with that. NASA went all the way back to Christ days and traced back all the tetrads and traced them ahead. The next one after the last blood moon that falls on this September the 28th, there won't be another tetrad for over 800 years. Rob Skiba today popped up and said, I found another one. Well, it's amazing that so many people overlooked a tetrad that's 18 years from today. Well, along with this, you all may have heard the gentleman Ray Kurzweil. He's the guy with the singularity idea where he, given the time, can be able to make himself live between 500 and 1,000 years in complete perfect health if he has another 15 years to live from today. And I don't know his age today. I think it's around 70. But he's saying if he can live 15 more years, singularity will be reached. It will be here, and that everyone will take advantage, or will be crazy not to take advantage of living for 500 more years minimum. Well, you know what? This is what the Antichrist is going to offer you. He's going to offer you 500 more years, and he's going to offer you that soon. So if there is a time where we are here for 17 or 18 more years before the tribulation begins, I still believe we're going to be out of here soon. Personally, I still believe before the year 2017. And I can't see us going beyond that point. And especially if Jade Helm comes in here and shuts this country down, it is the 15 to 25 million hardcore Christians that'll say no. Well, guess what? It's the 15 to 25 million hardcore Christians that'll be taken out and put into camps. If there's no one here to stop them, then they'll continue. But I got news for them. Greater is he that is in me than he that is in the world. Remember that, guys. God said it. I didn't. God said it. You have the Holy Spirit in you. If you're saved and the Holy Spirit in you is greater than he, that's the spirit of the Antichrist. That is Satan, who is here and alive and well today. He just have not made his grand announcement. He's made his announcement. Look at the damage he's done to the Middle East. But he hadn't come out and said, okay, I'm here. Now let me take charge. He'll never have the ability to do it. He'll fight, but he'll lose too. Jody Wolf, Expoz.